What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated Tony TGD doing a little follow up to the Finnigan Fox video I did. Now, I recently purchased Fox and Forest, the game that Finnigan Fox is based on, and because I heard a lot of talk about the game was really hard. The game, the new Finnigan Fox is going to be a lot easier. So I said, let me check this game out. Let me see exactly what it's all about. How hard is it? What improvements could be made upon it as it gets Amico sized as it will. As you can see, the first trophy I earned was on 2/7/2021 at 12:24 p.m. That's the trophy for beating the first level, launching the bird up into the air the first time. Now, at 8:14 p.m., I got the trophy for beating the game without using any potions. So I went through the whole game, didn't have to use a single potion, and beat the game. The roughly 7 hours and 50 minutes apart between the two trophies. The actuality is I actually beat it in probably about 4.5 hours. I did, eat in between getting those trophies, using the facilities, took a shower, all that good stuff. If you go on YouTube, you can see Griffin Gaming. He beat the game in like 3.5 hours. Now, I am by no means the greatest gamer out there. I'm not that good. My reflexes have, worsened over the years. I've gotten old. But so, younger kids, 18, 15, around that age, you probably could beat this game, knock it out in 3 hours. Just doing the bare minimum, not getting all the seeds, not getting all the upgrades. Like I said, just doing the bare minimum. So, what can be improved? What can be done to make this game better on the Amico? Well, first off, I would suggest adding a lot more levels. As it stands right now, there's only 4 worlds, 4 seasons, 4 worlds. Each one has 2 levels plus a boss level, which is just a boss fight. It's not even a full level, it's just you fight the boss. So, like I said, so there's actually about 8 stages. There's 4 bonus stages they don't really do much, just so you can get coins. They're not really hard. You don't even have to use any skill to get through them. You can just get through them real quick if you wanted to. The hardest part about the game is having to do all the backtracking. You have to get a certain amount of seeds before you're allowed to proceed to the next set of stages. So there is some backtracking. After you beat the first boss, you get new arrows. Then you have to go back, use those arrows to unlock areas, get some of the seeds, get the walnuts, not the walnuts, the grindstones. There are 4 potion bottles you can find in the game. You don't need them. As you see, I beat the game without using any of them. All the arrows are given to you after you beat a boss. You turn in the bark, you get a new arrow upgrade. Just like in Finnigan Fox, you got the regular arrow, the 4-way or 3-way arrow rather. You get the, I guess you would call it machine gun arrow. It shoots 3 rapid fire arrows, and then you get the boomerang arrow. None of them are really needed to beat any bosses. Obviously, the first boss, you don't have any special arrows, so none of those are needed. The second boss, you don't need any arrows to beat them. It makes it easier with the 3-way arrow to beat the giant wasp, but it's not necessary. The third boss, the giant spider, you don't need any arrows. You don't even have to do anything. You just have to climb up the tower faster than the spider can catch up to you, and then it just dies when it gets caught in this like turning scythe, if you will. Fourth boss is a hyena. The only arrows you need again are the 3-way, so you can knock some icicles down, get him wet, freeze him, shoot him with some regular arrows if you wanted. And then the final boss, the hidden boss, if you will, the witch. You don't even need a single arrow to beat her. You could just use jumping attacks. So really, there's a lot of unnecessary things in the game. The whole changing mechanics, season changing mechanics, very underutilized. when you change to a season, there's a little bit of animation, but when you change back, there's no animation, and you can change back in the air or on the ground. So that's good, but you should be able to change forward, change from, say, spring to winter in the air. You shouldn't have to go through that animation every time. That's kind of something that should be cut out. I would have liked to seen the ability to use all 4 seasons in each stage. That would be something interesting. Have the puzzles utilize all 4 stages, all 4 seasons. Summer, winter. Then you had to go up, use something in spring, turn it into fall. But none of the stages do that. It's always 2 seasons, back and forth. Real simple. You are not able to shoot arrows while you're in the air, which is a pain in the ass. It's something that it's not really intuitive, so that makes the game harder than what it should be because every game since fucking forever you can jump and shoot. In this game you can't, and when you double jump you can't even use an attack. You have to unlock it. You have to pay for an attack with your double jump, so that makes it a pain in the ass because again, it's not intuitive. If you've been playing games, you're just used to being able to double jump, make an attack, jump, shoot. Same thing with ducking. When you duck, you can't shoot in Fox and Forest. You just do like a slashing attack. Again, it's not intuitive. It's a pain in the ass to get used to. So that's some things that Finnigan Fox can improve on. Being able to shoot arrows while you jump, being able to duck and shoot arrows. It appears that they got rid of the price for the checkpoints in Fox and Forest. When you get to a checkpoint badger, you have to give them some coins in order to save your checkpoint. It's not a lot, but it is a couple of coins, 10, 20, 40, 80. But, getting rid of that would make the game a little bit easier, a little bit less of a drag. So that's something that it looks like the new Finnigan Fox does that, so that's actually a good thing. But really, like I said, if you really want to improve this game, you're going to have to add more levels. You're going to have to add just more abilities. Being able to use these season-changing abilities to a greater degree. I know that in the Finnigan Fox, they showed that they have a map store so you can find all the little hidden secrets. And realistically, you don't even need them. They're not that hard to find. Once you figure out, that there's hidden levels or hidden areas, you just start to intuitively look for them, and you should be able to get everything, without any map, without any cheats or hints or whatever. So really, there's not much to say about Fox and Forest or the new Finnigan Fox. I beat the game. It's not that hard. It's very simple. On normal mode, a lot of the enemies take multiple hits to defeat. On easy, a lot of the enemies take one hit to defeat. And I think that's really, if Finnigan Fox is looking to be easier for the kids, I think you should stick with that. Shoot an enemy once, they die. Some of the harder enemies, maybe 2 or 3 shots, but really, like I said, the game, there's not that much to the game, considering it was a Kickstarter that raised enough money to make the game. Considering that it's been out for a while and no one really paid attention to it, I can see why. Because like I said, there's just not anything really going on. There's nothing unique, nothing special. I did love the pixel art style. I had that going for it. The new Finnigan Fox has got this cartoony style, kind of like a Flash cartoon style. I'm not really digging it, but I think people are going to be really disappointed. If you make the game easier, people are going to be beating this in 2.5 hours. I mean, it's going to be $10, $20 down the drain because there's really no replay value. There's really nothing to do after you beat it. There's no, wanting to play the levels again. It doesn't have that like Mario appeal. And I mean, looking at it, it's hard to tell, but when you start playing it, you're just like, it's just not fun. It's just something about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm an adult. Maybe I'm just cynical. Maybe I've just played too many games. But Fox and Forest, I would give it a 4 out of 10. I would not recommend it even at $10. Finnigan Fox, if it's a lot easier than Fox and Forest, You know, I already don't like the art style. Like I said, Fox and Forest is about a 4 hour game. If Finnigan Fox is easier, that's going to be about a 2 or 3 hour game. I don't see that having any value for $10, let alone $20 or $30. What they're talking the physical release. Tommy's got to pull out some big guns. He's got to add some things. He's got to really step up his game. Show us what Amico can do. Show us how Amico can take these games to the next level. I mean, Fox and Forest, it's a good base for a game. It's got a lot of things in there, a lot of potential. Now we're going to see if Amico can actually bring the potential out. If Amico can bring out the potential of a game, turn a 4 out of 10 into a 7 out of 10. Let's see if you can do it. That's your challenge, Tommy. And I know you're listening because I know, my insiders, they tell me that you're always watching these videos, you're taking notes, you gather the team around, everybody's 6 feet apart, but they're watching the videos, taking notes. Your developers, your art guys, your music guys, they're all listening to my videos. And I'm very excited about that. I'm very happy to hear that. And so my challenge to you, Tommy, to your team, to all the guys over there at Intellivision, take this game, take the potential it has, bring it to the next level, show us what you can do. That's the challenge. But until next time, you know how we do it on this channel. Love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.